Hi, sweet Stampin' friends. I am so excited that you joined me this week to make another fun project. If you have not joined me before, I'm Deborah Harrison with Simply Sweet and Ink Designs. And this week we're going to be making another project using the You're a Peach Suite. Last week I shared with you how to make a really fun little gift bag. And this week I wanted to share a different project with you. Now, actually the idea for this week's project came from the projects that we're going to be making during Stampin' Bunko next month. We're going to make this really cute little card and this little treat jar using the new mini jam jars. And if you haven't seen these jam jars, they are adorable. They come 6 in a box, and they're actually a nice little size. Aren't those precious? That would make for some really cute little fun treats, or to separate buttons, or all kinds of neat little things. So I thought it would be fun to make a cute little box to go for that little jar. And so this is the project that we're going to make today using this Sweet as a Peach bundle. All right, so let me go ahead. I'm going to get some of this stuff out of the way, and then we're going to get started. All right, so let me get my scoreboard in here, and we're going to do a little bit of scoring. So the first piece that we want to work with is a piece of Calypso Coral cardstock that measures 5 inches by 10 inches, and we're going to score at 2 1/4, at 4 1/2, 6 3/4, and 9 inches. And then we're going to rotate it, and we're going to score it again at 2 1/4. Now I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to work on the lid of the box. But what I want to do is, if you remember the other week, I was sharing with you how to make a box and how it's really important to use the shim for the lid of your box. So I'm going to put my shim there, get that ready to go, and then I'm going to take another piece of Calypso Coral cardstock. This piece measures 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. Now I'm going to score it on all 4 sides at 5/8 of an inch. So let me see if I can get in here and get that score line. And we're going to do all 4 sides. Okay, so I am done with the scoreboard. So let me get this out of the way. And now we're going to do a little bit of trimming. Okay, so what we're going to do is, on here we have some different score lines. Right here we have a score line that's on that 9-inch score mark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim up here on this little tab, and I'm just going to cut at an angle. And I'm going to cut at an angle there, get rid of some of that bulk. And then I'm going to cut up each one of these score lines. And that's going to make the tabs for the bottom of the box. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of burnish all these sides. Get a nice, crisp, squared off edge for our box. And then what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to take this tab, and I'm just going to fold it over, and we're going to add some adhesive, and then fold over the other side. Now you can use tear tape or multi-purpose liquid glue, and we're just going to fold that over, press that down, make sure it adheres really well, and then we're just going to tuck in each of our tabs on the bottom and adhere them. All right, I'm just going to kind of reach inside here, kind of press down, get all those layers to stick to each other. All right, so we have the base of our box done. So now I want to work with the lid. And so what we're going to do is we're going to snip up these score lines, these little small score lines. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to notch kind of a little tab out of them, just get rid of some of that bulk, so that when we go to close it or make our lid, we have a much nicer line here. I'm going to rotate it, and then on the opposite side, I'm going to do the same thing. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to adhere, we're going to burnish these tabs, and we are going to adhere those little tabs together. get the glue back in here and put these little tabs together. All right, one more. All right, so I want to make sure before I go decorating everything, I want to make sure the lid fits. It should, but before that glue gets entirely dry. Perfect, I love it, works great. By using that shim, I was able to, it is able to fit over that cardstock much easier and not buckle on the sides. All right, so what I want to do now that I have my box done, is I want to take some designer series paper from the Euro Peach designer series paper pack, and I have cut out 4 rectangles. They each measure 2 1/8 by 2 5/8, and I'm just going to glue them onto all 4 sides. Now, I could have put these on before I glued the box together and put them on the panels, but it works this way too. Actually, I kind of forgot. Probably would have been easier to manage it that way, but we'll make it work. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, for the lid of our box, we're going to decorate the top with a square piece that measures 2 1/8 by 2 1/8, and we're just going to glue it onto the lid of our box. All right, so now we get to do some fun decorating. So what we're going to do is we are going to take a piece of ribbon from that new Pale Papaya, one of those new in colors. We're going to wrap it around the box. All right. So I'm just going to tie it off here at the edge, make a cute little bow. All right, so now what I want to do is I'm going to take a die cut from the Stitch So Sweetly. I die cut this out ahead of time out of the thick basic white cardstock. And so now what I want to do is I want to do some stamping. All right, so let me get my stamp pads over here. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I'm going to take my early espresso ink pad, and I'm going to use the stamp that says Sweet as a Peach, and we're going to stamp right here in the middle of our label. All right, so next what I want to do is I'm going to take a scrap piece of thick basic white cardstock. And do you remember last week I was sharing with you how to kind of create that two-tone effect to get a more realistic looking peach? So we're going to do the same thing this week, but instead of with the large peach, we're going to do it with the small peaches. So let me get out and we're going to stamp in the Pale Papaya again. All right, and then what I want to do is I want to use my dauber and I'm going to ink up the edges in the Calypso Coral. Dab around the edges. Oh, isn't that beautiful? I love it. It gives a really cool, realistic peach. So now what I want to do is I'm going to take my die cutting machine and we are going to cut out those little peaches. So I have chosen to bring out my little mini Stampin' Cut and Boss machine. I love having it because it's a perfect size to have on my table without taking up a lot of room, just when I need to make a really small cut like this. So I'm just going to put that down there, line it up, and then we'll just cut it out. Okay, so I'm just going to pick one of these peaches that I like, and I'm going to adhere this little leaf that I've already die cut out in Pear Pizzazz cardstock, and I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here at the top, and And then while this is drying, I'm going to put my sentiment label on. Okay. All right, let's try that again. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside, let it dry for just a little bit, and I'm going to add my sentiment label on with some Stampin' Dimensionals. So I'm just going to put a dimensional on each end so that it has room for the ribbon to go in the middle there. All right, so I think my peach is probably dry enough, so I'm going to take another dimensional. This time I want to kind of tuck that dimensional in the corner here. Remove that little paper backing, and then just add my little peach here in the corner. Isn't that cute? I love it. So obviously I'd want to put my jar in before I wrapped everything up, but I could easily untie it and just put my jar in and then tie it back up. So guys, that is the project for today. I hope that you like it. Be sure that you hop over to my blog. You can download the project sheet. I have a list of all the supplies that I used today as well as the measurements. And guys, on my blog, there is what I call a one-stop creative shop. It has just one click, and you can add all the items that I used today into your shopping cart. If you already own some of the items, just unclick them, and then you can check out real easily. You don't have to worry about looking up any numbers, any stock numbers, or any names. So I want to share with you before I leave today the events that I have coming up in June. I already shared with you the projects for the June Stampin' Bunko, but I wanted to tell you a little bit about my June Stamp Club because I love these projects. We're going to be making 5 projects. 3 of them are cards, and then we're going to make a treat box with those new scalloped edge boxes and this really cute little home decor piece. If you have not done one of my stamp clubs before, I wanted to share with you what a kit looks like. So kind of give you an idea of what to expect when what you get in the mail, or if you're here locally, what you would be putting together. So the kit has all the pre-cut supplies that you need to make the projects. It has also too, like inside all the envelopes, and all the pre-cut pieces are inside the envelopes. Also too, you have the ribbon that you need, everything that you need. The only thing you need to provide, you'll need to provide your own stamps, inks, adhesives, and you really, in this case, you're really going to want to own the Sweet as a Peach bundle because there is a lot of fun stamping in this project kit this time. So guys, if you are interested in doing that stamp club, it is $20 or it is free with a minimum order of $25 or more in my online store. And if you would like it shipped, there's a $5 fee to cover the cost of postage. If you live here locally in San Antonio, I would love for you to come out and join us on Thursday, June 10th. We do meet locally and we put our projects together. So also too, guys, don't forget, I think we only have, 11 more days for the starter kit promotion. So you want to make sure, don't want to miss out on that. If we have a new annual catalog, and if you're like me, you probably have a really big wish list. And I highly recommend is if your order is like, not your wish list is like $90 or more, I highly recommend that you look at buying the starter kit. Right now, it's an awesome deal. You get extra free products in your kit. It's a total win. I hope you check it out. If you have any questions, I do have a Q&A on my blog that answers a lot of commonly asked questions. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed this project. If you want to shop any of the products that I showed you today, I'd love for you to shop with me. You can access my online shopping site through my blog at Simply Sweet Ink Designs. And guys, make sure if you want to stay connected with my upcoming events and promotions, sign up for my email newsletter. And so guys, until next week, I hope you have a wonderfully blessed weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye guys.